Fortnite having just finished its second full Marvel collab season, I thought it would be perfect time to compare the two Marvel seasons we've seen, Chapter 2 Season 4 and Chapter 5 Season 4, and see what each season did differently between the battle passes, loot pool, and map changes, and ask, are Marvel seasons even good? Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications if you're new here, and comment down below if you like the most recent Marvel season or not. There's going to be some timestamps in the description down below if you want to skip around and hear about certain topics. With that said, strap in, let's take a look back at
the two previous Marvel seasons.
I was hoping that the Battle Pass in the most recent Marvel season would be 100% comic characters. They've added a lot of Marvel skins already, but there's still so many characters they could have added, like some members of the Fantastic Four, or Vision, or Ultron. But instead we got a lot of B-list characters and two original Fortnite mashups. These aren't the worst skins ever, and the Battle Pass was fine, but when your first Marvel Battle Pass has Thor, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Wolverine, and Storm, just to name a few, it's kind of crazy that you try to follow it up with a battle pass full of secondary characters. Like War Machine and Shuri are both legacy characters to other heroes. Gwenpool and Emma Frost feel like very random choices when there's a lot more popular characters than them. And specifically X-Men characters as opposed to Emma Frost, like Angel, Nightcrawler, or Beast, just to name a few. But at the end of the day, the battle pass isn't horrible in this season, and overall I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's been a lot better than the recent battle passes. Chapter 5 was not doing so great. Now we're gonna get into where they really fumbled the season. The map changes. The first Marvel season was probably one of the most active seasons for map changes. They were adding new POIs and secrets every week. Day 1 of the season, we saw the Sentinel Graveyard in the middle of the map, Doom took over Pleasant Park, and by week 3, Iron Man had teleported a chunk of New York onto the island. Every week we also saw smaller locations be added, like the transport truck, the Collector's Collection, and in a large doghouse, courtesy of Ant-Man. What did they do this season? They did a fair amount, but only in the beginning of the season. They started off really strong. Doctor Doom took over a portion of the map, turning it into Latveria, and ruled over 3 new POIs. He created a castle for himself, and the raft took over a Pleasant Piazza spot on the map. And then that was it. The whole map was decorated for Halloween, and that was all great. I like the Halloween decorations. But as far as Marvel map changes go, we saw a few POIs get added on launch and nothing else. I was really expecting to see map changes week by week and lots of little Easter eggs to the comics and all that. But alas, the island is what it is. But you know what might be even crazier than that is that the loot pool was an easy slam dunk this season that they missed so hard on. They already have a billion Marvel items in the game, like the Wolverine Claws, Thor's Hammer, Silver Surfer's Board, Venom Grab, and the She-Hulk Fists. Not to mention that there's already multiple Doom and Iron Man mythics in the game, but we got 3 more of those this season. I don't understand why they couldn't just add back all the old items that people have shown to love and have probably grown nostalgic for. There's a few things like Cap's shield and the Doom gauntlets I already mentioned, but no one ever even landed on Doom. I can't tell you how many games I would be playing and it'd be close to endgame. I would look up and right up at Doom's castle, the medallion would just be sitting there because no one cared to go kill him. One thing I did see people using a lot was the Iron Man flight kit, which to be honest, it slapped. It was a lot of fun to maneuver and it felt like it was straight out of the movies. The only issue is the massive nerf to the Unibeam, and the Unibeam was ridiculously overpowered and probably needed a nerf before reintroduction, but this is not it. This thing could barely break builds, and if you weren't super accurate with it, you would not hit. And even though both these seasons had Fortnite mirrors happen during them, one of them stayed true to the Marvel theme to the end, while the other one let the hype totally die. The Galactus event was one of, if not the greatest event we've ever seen. Galactus was a looming threat the entire season, slowly getting closer to the island, wanting to consume the 0 point in the center of the map. Once he finally attacked the island, it was a final stand between the players and all the Marvel heroes from the season against Galactus. This event was non-stop action, very cinematic, had a great soundtrack, and was a super unique event. Easily one of the most memorable events of all time. Chapter 5 Season 4, we got a barely announced Doctor Doom fight as a live event in the middle of the season, during the middle of a regular game. So if you died before the event started, you missed out. You had to re-queue, which was not the case for the Galactus event that took place in its own game mode where no one could kill each other. The Doom fight was very lacking, as it began with a pre-made cutscene and ended with one too. It saw Doom be easily defeated with a shield. Fortnite mirrors also completely overshadowed the end of this Marvel season, totally pulling focus away from the heroes and villains story. The final event of the season, which was expected to be a large-scale cinematic rematch against Doom that would see the destruction of the island, didn't go as people thought it would. It ended up being a very boring live-streamed Ice Spice and Snoop Dogg concert that felt like it was straight out of Party Royale. Overall, I think the first Marvel season was way better, but I didn't hate the recent one at all. I just thought it was lacking in some areas. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. Make sure to drop a like in the video and subscribe to my page so you don't miss an upload if you enjoyed it. That's all from me, and I'll catch you guys real soon.